Hey everyone, welcome back to an all-new exciting episode of Bugsmashers. Before we begin, you know what's happening. This week is going to have an awesome new sequel. I know I've been waiting a while for it, and I know you guys have been too. It's going to be some amazing stuff coming up this Friday. Oh yeah, some family drama, some action, a little bit of darkness probably. But you know what? We've been waiting this for a while. I'm ready for that emotional road trip. Are you? Because I know I'm ready for those little chipmunks. Oh yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Alvin and the Chipmunks 4, the road trip. Oh, we got it. Oh, hope you guys see it. Let's begin. Bugsmashers! Hey everyone. I'm here to show you some bugs that we have fixed for 2.0, thanks to you guys submitting those awesome bug reports. So I have a couple bugs here. I'm going to show you what they were and how they were fixed. So this guy is the quantum drive. I'm sure you guys have seen the video. If not, there's a video going around where some guy was in, I think it was a constellation, and there was a space station, and he was right here. He spooled up his quantum drive, went into the station, and then it spooled, and then now he was stuck inside, and it was kind of like wiggling around because physics was like, oh my god, I'm penetrating an object, and then he slowly got released out. So Craig in the UK, he wrote the quantum drive system, so he was like, that's not right, what's going on? So apparently the code that he's written, and he actually did this fix, he would actually do a trace to make sure that you're not doing you're not going to hit anything. But there was a moment in the time when it was called the spooling up phase that he wouldn't actually do a ray trace, and it was during that time, since it didn't do a trace, it allowed you to, for a moment, go into that object until it went, oh my god, you're in something, abort, but by then it was too late. So what Craig did is he basically added a ray trace in the spool up phase. So if you try to spool up and there's an object in the way, it's going to be like, whoa, no. And he also increased the maximum ray casting so that it's before it was based on your maximum speed, but for sanity and safety checks, he also increased it based on, I think he said, right here, 3.5 kilometers. So it will do an extra check even if your ship is a little bit slow, just to make sure that you're not going to penetrate an object. So, go Craig. All right. Next one. Let's save this bad boy. Should I keep going? All right. I got a moment. So, this next crash is our local data store. This is basically our code that was written by Paul, where it figures out all the items that you currently have from like your hangar when you move stuff around, and then when you join a game, this bad boy will basically go, okay, you have all these items, spawn this stuff, and then if your ship dies, it will actually hit this little block, and it tries to clean up all the items. So if you spawned in with a Hornet with a couple Gatling guns, and the ship dies, at the moment it will remove all those items so they're not just left into the world. And unfortunately, there was a small boo-boo where, you heard me right, boo-boo, where this list would actually erase the item and then access it. So we would delete the item and then access and then crash. Unfortunately, that sucks. So what Rob Johnson in the UK did was like, that should not happen. We should access it, then delete. So that was the simple fix, and now when we delete items, it won't crash the server randomly. All right. And we have another fix by Rob Johnson, and this deals with the manned turrets, or the Constellation turrets, or the Retaliator turrets. When you get inside, you'll notice sometimes on certain angles, your ship will rotate, or I'm sorry, not your ship, your turret will rotate a little bit weird. That's because of this little math right here, where it was believed at the time that we would rotate from 0 to 360, but in reality, we're actually doing 180, negative 180. So if this little code was the original 360, we were trying to say, all right, if we're here, snap the turret instantly this way, instead of doing a full rotation, since we're just doing a little bit of turn. But because we're doing negative 180 to 180, this little bit of code will actually cause some bad jitter. And since we're doing a little bit, you know, 180 difference, we have to do a different trick, and that's what Rob did here. So instead of, you know, going back to 0, we just, if we're on this side but the goal's here, we don't want to go all the way this way, we want to go back to here. So we do a little bit of math to say, all right, if we're here but the goal's here, just go this. And so it's a nice little smooth blend. So that one's done. Next one. All right, so we have this vehicle destruction, and what happens is when you die, you know, by hitting Alt backspace, it causes an explosion, and basically your ship goes into bits. We'll do it in increments and then edit it. I think there's going to be moments when he stops to look.
Just comment on it too.
Yeah. Up, and so, damn. And so what happens is, because we're a random explosion type, the shield is actually taking the explosion, absorbing it, and not actually causing damage to the ship, which I thought was pretty funny. So what I had to do was set the damage type to vehicle destruction so that the vehicle code knows that when this happens, we're destroying the vehicle and do not do anything to the shield. And then for another sanity check, this little bit of code will say, should I process the shield? Well, if I'm splash damage, which is explosive radius damage, and I'm not the vehicle destruction, do not do a shield unless I'm a direct hit to the shield. So now, when I do self-destruct, the shield won't absorb anything, and the vehicle will just go as expected. That was a little funny boo-boo, because I think it was on the Cutlass Black, the designers increased the shields quite a bit, and it just absorbed all of the destruction damage. I thought that was a little fun. And there you have it. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Bugsmashers.
Just do it.
All right. No. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Bugsmashers. I'm sorry for the noise. As you can tell, we're doing construction still in the new office. We're still smashing those bugs for 2.0. Thanks to you guys, submitting those bugs. We've been trying to pick out which ones hurt your playing experience, crashes, or maybe someone's exploiting, trying to narrow down what makes the game unfun to make it fun. Hope you guys enjoyed, and in case you guys can't see, that awesome movie, Alvin and the Chipmunks, well, as Harry Potter once said, may the Force be with you.
This video made possible by the ICC Stellar Surveyors and subscribers like you.